This video will contain spoilers for the Ahsoka series, so you have been warned. So out of the first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, the biggest thing that's come out of it so far is the entire journey to another galaxy to find Ezra and Thrawn. And yes, I know I am late to this, but I'm covering it now, and it did take me a couple of days to realize the implication that this is going to a new galaxy, which could imply new rules, new alien species, new government, everything is gonna be new. If I hope that's gonna be like the regular Star Wars galaxy, where it's just another galaxy with new creatures and new governments, that type of stuff. Not just like some spiritual galaxy that only certain people can access. No, I want it to actually be like the regular Star Wars galaxy, where it's a functioning system with trade routes and hyperspace lanes and different planets and species and governments, that type of stuff. And I hope that's the case. I think an early prediction is that whenever Ahsoka or Sabine get there, or the villains get there, I think what's going to happen is Thrawn could be the emperor of that galaxy. I think that'd be really cool to see. I think that'll be cool. Or another thing that I don't really want to be the case, but it could be, is that there's another galaxy, it's just time travel stuff where it's not where, but when. That's the thing I've been hearing around. I don't like that. I want it to be its own separate galaxy, because the stories that this separate galaxy can entail, it would be insane, and it'd be a massive win for Lucasfilm storytelling, because my god, if you just introduce a new galaxy with its own rules, its own government, its own thing, hell, you can get Rian Johnson to come back and do a new trilogy and just make it in this new galaxy, and no one will give a crap because it's new. All new stuff, and it won't matter. New rules, the Force just not be existent, who knows, in this new galaxy. But like I said, you can get Rian Johnson to make a new trilogy. Get him back, fans wouldn't mind, because in the new galaxy, who cares? It's not in the one that we grew up with, no, who cares? And I think that's so interesting with this new storytelling, if it is what I think it is. But like I said, it could just not be. I'm getting my hopes up for nothing. I really want it to be like the regular Star Wars galaxy with its own planets and government. But no, it probably will be a spiritual place, probably something revolving around time travel, like I said, which I don't want, because it does kind of limit itself to what you can do for story-wise, and it probably sounds like what it is, because just having a new galaxy, introducing a new galaxy with whatever new rules are going to establish is a pretty bold thing, especially in a show. Rather than introducing it in a movie, which for Star Wars, who cares, because movies don't mean anything. Movies and shows are kind of the same thing nowadays, which they shouldn't, but they are, and having it be in a show like this could have a level of traction with the general audience as well, because it could pique their interest, like, hey, maybe I should go check this out now. Do type of storytelling, because the potential for future stuff can be really big. Now, Star Wars isn't brand new to the whole new galaxy type of stuff. At the end of Empire Strikes Back, you literally see another galaxy. Luke and Leia, the Rebel fleet, they're on the edge of another galaxy. I believe there's 2 that kind of are on the sides of the main galaxy. It's just something that, George Lucas was like, yeah, whatever, just throw another galaxy in there, just because it's, different universe, different galaxy, that type of stuff, which I'm cool with that. That's just one of those things I like about George Lucas, where he just throws whatever on the wall. It doesn't make sense, but, it's cool to see. So Star Wars isn't new to this whole galaxy. We've never been in a new galaxy. We've always been in the same old regular galaxy. This could be a whole new thing, a new stepping point in the Mandalorian verse, because right now with the Mandalorian verse, it isn't that special. Yeah, it's cool to see this concept of having a bunch of shows intertwined together like the MCU, but for shows rather than movies. It's a really interesting idea. There is one singular story happening here, which is cool. And Ahsoka, as I kind of predicted, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be like this next stepping point to really kickstart, the coolness and the kind of the meaningfulness of this Mandalorian verse. Because what will people remember from this era of Star Wars. You have Mandalorian and Grogu, but I mean, having a separate galaxy to launch other stories off of could be the most memorable thing from this time period in history of Star Wars right now. And I think because I don't know if Skeleton Crew, for example, is going to be releasing this year. I don't know, but you have Mandalorian Season 4, then you have the Dave Filoni movie, and so I feel like things do have to ramp up and, you know, kind of kickstart the main story. And I do think that this is the start of it. The Ahsoka series is going to be the start of it, and having this new galaxy that most likely will go to by the end of the show could either be a brand new galaxy or a more spiritual place. Some people have suggested it's like a mirror world, which I think would be cool. I remember there were rumors of like Ahsoka fighting Anakin on Mustafar, like an alternate timeline situation, but what I'm getting with all this is that, I don't know if I said this in a past video, or maybe I cut it out of a past video, but I want to see some crazy stuff in the Ahsoka series. And I'm getting that with this new galaxy, you know? This is the type of crazy stuff I want. Alongside all the rumors I've been hearing of all this time travel, you know, Anakin Skywalker showing up, that type of stuff, crazy stuff. That probably is in the show as well. We'll have to see on that, but this is the type of stuff, this is exactly what I want. Having a new galaxy, whether it be a physical, tangible galaxy with different creatures and hyperspace lanes, or just a more spiritual one that's only going to be in this show only, is a major, big step. And with that being said, I'm going to end it here. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, subscribe, I'm going to go now, so goodbye everyone.